the fish food wall. Let me take you back to 1979, 80. 60 Minutes did an article, a report on how this particular brand here was owned by the mob and had a monopoly over the fish. Well, basically the pet food, not the pet food, but the pet supplies, collars, toys, leashes, things like that. And fish food, they had a monopoly on all of it. If you try to get in there, they send somebody to your house, man. You know what I mean? Like Godfather stuff. And it was practically when The Godfather was coming out. They're really focusing on the mob. Because you know how we know how it works now. Well, anyway, every time I had to buy this, I always try to buy a different brand. There was none. So I had to always buy it. I knew what I was buying. But you know, maybe those were the good guys. I don't know. Okay. This right here, I bought in 3 times. The fish gobbled it up. Now they became totally monsters. No, I'm not going to call them monsters. I'm so sorry. Beautiful living creatures like my father intended. So I had to go from this tank, which I turned into a tropical tank, and had to buy more food and water treatment and blah blah for these guys to go in their tank. See, there's the oceans in the background. And for Cynthia, it has something to do with the oceans. Never mind that. They gobbled it down and become the big, huge, beautiful creatures. I bought it. Nothing. I even bought this, Costco size. But it wasn't. They won't eat none of this stuff. I mean, the beta thing, I'm not sure if he eats because I put them little red things in. I can only see him in the water. He goes up there and pecks at him. I just saw. Oh, never mind. There's just a fly in my window and fly out my wall. And that's normal, huh? Okay. I think these guys were starting to let these guys come in, the different Techco, who knows, but they could be a parent company or whatnot. And these guys are jungle rot or something, I don't know. But my fish won't eat none of this, so Wardley probably figured out Fukushima and everything, man. Let's just get rid of this. Just let anybody. Because all this is radiated. If they're making their food off of processed plants, excess of fish skins or scales or an eyeball, I don't know, grinding it up into powder, fortifying it with preservatives and vitamins and whatever they need to do to make it healthy for your a substance for your fish to eat. They won't eat it. I've tried every single one. I've tried the tropical food. I even put the beta food in there. The beta is so small I can't see it. But I've tried all this stuff. And then about the big economy size, because I got the economy size tank now, and I got another one that's 8 inches longer than this one, ready to be set up. And there's your history with fish food. They won't eat it. This is why I don't own a dog. And I've never admitted that. What am I going to feed him? I've read the reports on the dog food. When I was going to Walla Walla, there's an auction yard. I remember seeing that full of cattle when I was a kid. It had maybe 30 horses in it. They're going to the slaughterhouses. Those horses, those beautiful horses that I see now, they're not a damn thing. I saw one running across the field. My heart's breaking. There's about 25 horses out here at the south end of town that's in a field that's completely barren. They have no reason to live. They're so sad. Those are horses that were rescued from that were going to be executed too. So we're eating our horses. Your animals are eating your horses. And, I mean, I remember when my dog walked up to a horse, Wonder. The mystery in his eyes, the look in his eyes. First he was sniffing, and him and his horse almost went nose to nose, but he was a dog. He was a big dog, but he wasn't. And they just stared at each other. And I know it took me years to figure out what he was looking. The look on his eyes is like he smelled this. He smelled what he was eating, and now he's looking this creature in the eye. I know that's what he was thinking. And I thought he was telling the horse the same thing. I mean, I was going there to skydive in Kapowska, and I was in seventh heaven. I just let my dog out to go to the bathroom, I'll tell you. It blew me away. I can't believe it. He's dead now, and I'll never own another dog. That's why I don't own a dog, or I would have a dog. And not just any dog this time. Wonder was a beautiful dog, man. I mean, I'm talking about he didn't do tricks, all that, but he was... He acted like a person. He just sit down, man. He wasn't into barking. He barked, he went woof, 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 woof. He didn't bark. He woofed. And the only persons that he seemed to woof at, very few, Rick. He lay down, stretch, and then get up, and then woof, 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 woof. Like, oh, Rick's here. We always knew when Rick was there, because the only time Wonder got up and woofed. He's dead. And my fish are all gone, and I got radioactive food. And see this for Cynthia? This is a pussy willow flower. I think it's probably a hybrid because the pussy willows are like this big when they're out. I've always seen little baby ones. My dad always used to get his pussy willows, but anyway, the first Cynthia. My sister's named Cynthia. And that BP Earthwatch, what I was talking about, in our Pacific Ocean, in the Gulf of Mexico, about right here, that Deep Sea Horizon guy, the guy, well blew up. For the first time I heard the word Cynthia. That's my sister's name. But I remember reading a chemtrail report in 1999, I think, about how it turns metal into a living object or whatever. How it thinks, moves. I saw it in action in the Gulf of Mexico, turning rods of steel that were walkways or guardrails or whatever they were down there, their size, I have no idea. I watched it come alive. I watched it mutate. I watched it peel off and go away. I've watched steel and ropes, whether they're intelligently or made of like micro tons of little animals who all think on their own or whatever, as a hive mind. I don't understand it. I don't care, but it does exist. And I'm seeing it. Along with the backwash from all these underground bases and everything, letting you know what they're doing is letting you see the creatures that really do exist. They're washing up.